What's going on, ladies and gents? Your boy Gamma back with the lovely
Juju.
Pop the Balloon.
Pop.
Or
Find Love.
Juju.
What's up, Gamma?
Yo, we hopping all over the place.
Yeah.
But we still looking for people
We're looking for love.
that are looking for love.
Yep.
So go ahead and subscribe, like the video, all of that good YouTube stuff. We definitely appreciate it.
Yes, we do.
Shout outs to Love Mountain Edition. Pop the Balloon or Find Love. Is it going to happen?
Yeah, it's going to happen.
It better happen. Let's find out. Here we go.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good. Your mic? Yes. Okay. All right. Let's start with your name, your age, and your occupation.
My name is Bailey. I'm 35. I'm a college football coach, entrepreneur, and I do government contracting.
Okay.
Okay, Bailey.
Yeah.
Well, you have no pop balloons.
Okay. Yo, this is a different edition.
It's pretty fast.
She getting straight to
Right
the
into it.
point. With that said, we got to do our first impressions. Yes. In case you're new here, it's what we do here. 15 seconds or less, we give our initial take on the featured dating guest. With that said, Juju.
Okay.
I mean, you ain't got much to work
I
on.
don't.
This is really, truly a first impression. What is he giving you?
I mean, you know, he dresses well. Has some type of style to it, to him. He's a coach.
Yeah.
Entrepreneur.
Right.
I mean, nothing alarming, I would say.
Right?
Yeah.
Not yet. You know what? And it's funny because even though we're doing this off the cuff,
Yeah.
so are the ladies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They in the same boat is what I'm saying.
Looks like he's in shape too.
Yeah, he looks like he's in shape and all that good
Yeah.
stuff. So listen, 15 seconds or less.
What do you think of
my
Bailey?
initial take? Look, none of us have much to work with. He is, he has a nice clean cut.
Yeah.
He's a coach. He said, right?
Yep.
So just based off the little we got to work with, so far so good.
So far,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Decent looking man, fit. He's not asking for much because he didn't really say much at all. But this is our first impression. Drop your comments. Let us know what your first take is on this gentleman.
No.
Let's get it.
I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask the ladies a question.
Okay. First of all, y'all look nice. Y'all came prepared. For sure. So, what's the main reason you think you guys can be of value to a man? It's kind of extra looking for a trophy. What that look like?
What?
Okay. Let's start with you giving us your name, your age, and your occupation.
Nietzsche 35, commercial cleaning.
All
And you
right.
said repeat the question?
Like, what you bring to the table? Like, what's your value? What you believe?
Yeah. Makes sense.
What happened?
I already know.
So you don't think they heard the question correctly the first time?
No, they heard it.
They were just holding on, like, you know what? I don't even
Nah.
want to participate.
They heard it and they knew what time it was.
Oh, snap.
He's coming from a certain side. Let's just.
They ain't had the answers to the questions, right?
That's what you think?
That's what it probably was. No, I'm with you. They probably knew something deeper was coming,
Yeah.
and they wasn't there for that. So they had to
yeah.
vacate the premises.
Yeah, they gotta go.
But drop your comments. Let us know why did that happen. All right, man. Let's see what's gonna happen.
Look at the lady. I don't know. She's looking at me like.
She like,
I don't
Juju,
know. Look.
stop talking. She like, hit play.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna listen. Here we go.
Oh.
Ooh, wait.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Okay. Why'd you pop?
The whole bring to the table thing, I'm just not.
From the gate.
Bring to the table. For sure.
Yeah.
You don't have no value.
Oh yeah.
It's not about that, but when I just hear when you word it, bring to the table.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm going to ask the ladies. I'm going to have the ladies answer your question.
Okay.
Okay.
I want to know.
Okay. Your name, your age, and your occupation.
Michelle, I'm 32 and I'm a nurse. When you ask what do you bring to the table,
Yeah.
I'm the table.
I like that. For sure.
I'm the
Yo, that has probably become the most generic response at this point. It's what you say when you really have nothing to say. I'm the table.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Well, it's.
And the question, look, the question is not that difficult. It's like, name some of your value. You know, that's it. Like, what do you bring? Your attributes, your energy,
Okay, I hear you, right? And I'm speaking for. Perhaps I'm speaking for some. I don't know. I want to listen to their reasons, but there's a certain sign that we've touched on from time to time called the red pill.
Ooh.
That is what I picked up as soon as he uttered those words, because keep in mind, first impression, right? He's building up his impression on them right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they're observing everything that he's saying and what he's doing. So for him to just ask that from the gate, that's your first question. Like, okay, like, what do you bring to my table? What do you bring to the table? What
Right.
could you do for me?
Right.
Who?
You know what, Juju? You
on.
hit on something I wasn't even thinking about.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
The old
yeah.
saying of "It's not what you say,
It's how you
it's
say
how you
it.
say it."
Yeah.
He probably could have been like, "Hey, listen, what are some of your top attributes?
There you go.
You know, name some really good
There you
qualities."
go.
You're right.
That's
you know,
it.
the way you talk
That's
to people
it.
will trigger emotion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Trust me. Like I know. I say things all the time, and then I get corrected, and I'm like, "All right, my bad" in the comments. So you're right. It could have just been the question form.
Yeah.
It's like a red pill energy question. Like, yo, what are you able to do for me?
And it reveals like the motive, or it reveals, what's
The dynamic that you might be answering.
with him.
Yeah. You answering the. If somebody posing a question like that, it says a lot about how they view possibly everything. Like they may view themselves as like, look, I'm the master here. I want to know how you can come into my stable. You know what I mean? It could come off like that.
And a perfect example of what we're talking about is Dr. Elam.
Ooh.
Dr. Elam
Good
from
gosh.
Pop the Balloon or Find Love by Arlette Umali. He's a perfect example.
Yeah.
Like, what could you do for me?
Right. When he comes in the room, it's just,
Gosh, that's
you
it.
just, you feel
Where's
that.
the
It just get dark. It's not love.
Yeah.
So, yo, drop y'all comments and let us know if, if you agree.
Let us know.
Or if there's any other points that we should consider as well. All right, man. Let's see where it goes.
The table.
For
That's
sure,
all that
for
needs
sure,
to be
for
said.
sure. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Your name, your age, and your occupation.
My name is Haja, and I'm 31, and I'm a pharmacy tech.
Okay.
Bring to the table, yeah, like she said, just me. It's
Yeah.
whatever I have or whatever I could offer at that moment. So.
Okay.
Your name, your age, and your occupation.
Beverly, 32, speech pathology assistant. I don't like the way you worded that.
You don't
to
like
be
how I worded
honest.
that? I see. Y'all went to popping like.
Yeah, I really wanted
yeah.
to pop my balloon, but I wanted to talk to you and
Talk to
just
you.
address that.
I respect
'cause,
that.
Talk to you.
Yeah, like I kind of wanted to ask you a question.
Okay, ask me a question.
What do you bring to the table?
Stability. For
Wait, no, nah. She can't get away with that.
She's doing it
she
right
on timeout.
She's
She's on timeout. How dare you? What was that, a reverse Riz? What's she? Nah. Listen, you can't say something is like bad, right?
Yeah.
And then just literally turn around and do it. That's not how it works. You don't be like, hey, man, I don't like the way you said it, but let me say it to you.
I mean, let's see where
Nah,
it goes.
man.
Maybe she's just trying to let me give you a dose of your own medicine.
But then she didn't even answer the question. That's the only part that got me. If she answered it and threw it back, that's one. But she just flipped it and said,
because she's not interested.
see, I'm glad you said it.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said it. She playing a different game.
For me, I don't know if the question confused you, but
It's not confusing, but when you ask a woman, what
Yeah.
does she bring to the table? Because when you're looking for a partner, shouldn't you build together?
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
That
when you're
part.
building together, you got to have something that you
You're
y'all can
coming to
build.
the table
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess what you willing to compromise.
She said you're coming to the table together, right? What are you bringing
To
to
that
the table as you come together?
No, it's important.
The way she's asking this, I get what she's saying, but I'm just saying he can still be like, that's the point. What you coming to the table with?
Yeah. It's how you say it.
Yeah.
You said it yourself, yeah.
All right, man. Let's see where it goes.
Because at the end of the day, I believe, for me, I'm from Louisiana, so our beliefs and our roots are a little different. So I'm more the type to say, hey, what you bring what make you different from everybody else that's here? You know what I mean? Like, everybody say they single, everybody say they the one, everybody say that they the trophy. What make you different? That's all. That's all I mean. What make you feel like that you can be the one?
Your name, your age, and your occupation.
I'm Knowledge. I'm a licensed cosmetologist, business owner, writer, poet. And what else? I'm sorry. 42.
And what do you bring to the table?
I bring myself, someone that's always willing to grow, become a better version of myself, constantly evolving, love, loyalty, honesty.
Sure.
Okay. Your name, your age, and your occupation.
I'm Daw. I'm 41. I'm a pharmacy tech along with being a serial entrepreneur.
Okay.
Can Could you rephrase the question? I think I heard you down there a little bit, but I just wanted to make sure I heard what I heard.
Look, I'm a Southern man, so for me personally, it's all about the value.
Okay.
You know, like at the end of the day, like, you know, for me to say if I want to date you or make you my woman, like, what is it? What is the it?
I heard a table.
Like, what you bringing? Like, I guess confuse you, but what is it that you have to where I can say, okay, she's worth for me to say, hey, let me make her my lady. You know what I mean?
Okay, first off, I am the table.
Okay.
I specialize in results.
Okay.
I'm very resourceful. Okay. I'm manageable.
Okay.
I have a degree in finance.
Okay.
I do a lot of different things. I get things done like at the drop of a dime, typically. So I wouldn't say that I am the plug, but I am the connect.
You're the plug. For sure.
I didn't say I was the plug. I said I'm the connect. So I might be resourceful in a lot of different ways. So my attributes kind of come in the clutch, you might say. Like when you don't think that you need me, you really need me.
Okay.
And it's okay to get advice or get guidance or leadership from your woman if in that area she's more knowledgeable than you are. Submissiveness goes a long way, but I think it's important for everybody to know their role, and when you know where you fit in, you can make a difference.
Right.
So it's not always about being the person that stands out, but you got to be able to fit in.
So if I give you 50,000, what you gonna bring back to me? What you gonna bring back to the table?
Probably a million.
And that's what I'm looking for.
Quick.
Because with me, I'm a businessman.
That's
so at
nothing.
the end, I don't want you to get the 50K and don't get the shopping and buying purses. That come later.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not. Purses is not even
for sure
the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Just
like
see the mindset.
Yeah.
You do have some Papalos.
All right. Let's talk to our mature audience just for a moment, man.
Okay.
First and foremost, it goes back to what Juju said earlier, that the way you pose the question, it seemed like it just triggers something. Everybody is like either reacting to the question or attacking the question, and then they wind up answering it anyway. So something bothersome about the way the question is formed. Like, you know, that table, what do you bring to the table? As opposed to, you know, what would make someone fall in love with you? Or what do you think are some of the best traits that you possess? You know, things that would like really pull out truth. Like if you're looking for a compassionate person, right? There's certain questions that only they can truly answer. You know what I mean? If somebody doesn't have it, they may say, "Oh, you know, I'll save the world, I'll save the children," and you know, soup kitchen volunteer. You know, they front. So I think part of it is just it goes back to what we say all the time: just knowing what love is.
Knowing what love is, yeah.
Because that last few.
Yep.
30, 40 seconds, it just felt so transactional. It didn't feel like it was talking. It was business, 40, you know, 50K, a million. I'm like, what are we looking for right now?
That's my thing. Like, what?
You go to any bank, you'll find a financial advisor. But what you got to say, Judy?
No, that's my thing. I feel like we're in a business meeting. Like, where, you know, like, okay, what did you bring in this month? Like, what are we doing right now? That's what I want to know.
Right, the return, ROI, but we talking literal money. We're not even talking about emotional return on interest. Everybody is just so, it's like, you know, you just get out QuickBooks and Rocket Money. You know what I mean? Like, just start doing that. It's no more fun in dating, it seems.
I understand that he's a businessman.
Yeah.
But love, love is not a business. And I know that's what a lot of have adopted recently.
The
like
narcissistic
it's like
energy
marriage
made it
is
like
a
that.
business.
Right.
They're looking at it as that versus a union that God has created. For. Look, I'm not even gonna go in depth, but that's why I said
you better go in depth. They be mad when I cut you off. This the one time I gotta shut up, so you better elaborate.
No,
you hit a chord.
But it's just that. Do people really know what love is? Like, what is the origin of love? Like the definition. It stems back from God's word.
Yeah, they don't know.
It breaks it down. So when I hear people come out and they're supposedly looking for love, and you're listening to them, and you know their questions, what they're saying, it's like, I don't think this person knows. That's why they're here.
Right.
You know?
Right. And
a lot of times.
You're right. And it's hard to make fun of that. That's why we used to say, you know, Red Pill Army, you got to chill out sometimes because they really don't know what love is. And when you notice that, you should feel a little mean-spirited if you're like, he a clown, he a clown. Some people really out here trying to find love, but they think that anything that they'll say anything.
They make up their own definition of love. That's
Like,
really it. And therefore, when it comes to the definition of love, it's ever evolving. It's moving. It's changes.
Yeah.
And this is why we have the mess that we have when it comes to marriage, right? Or people get dating.
Right.
I don't know. It breaks my heart because it's like you're seeing these adults and they're, they do want to find someone.
Right. Look at all these women. Like, hopefully they're all single. But decent looking women too, but they just have no clue what love is. So they start talking business, transactional. They start talking like
or superficial, like height. They have to be this, they have to be that, and it's just like wait. Well. So anyway, with this guy Bailey, I just knew from the beginning it was gonna go south. There was no questions towards love. Like like you said, what are your attributes? What are your qualities? Nothing of that nature. So I
was going to deep dive, but there are like 4 balloons left, right?
Yeah. Oh well.
5, I think.
Hope,
so he still has a chance, and we don't know. So we're gonna save it for the final thoughts.
I'm sorry if I rambled a bit.
No. See, you don't get to really let him have it all the time, so I had to shut up and let you do your thing. But no, seriously though, how could you find something that you don't even know? You think love is. And the last thing I want to say, when you was talking about, especially when you bring God into the thing, right, into the fold, a lot of people genuinely do believe in God, right? But then they rewrite what God says about love. They get upset.
Yeah.
Men did not make up this headship role. You know what I mean? Like they
did not.
So that's weird to me.
They did not.
It's like you'll see somebody with a big old Jesus piece and all the Christianity costume and going on, and they'll be the first to be like, I don't know about being submissive, and I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
Or they'll say something about like you said, marriage is a business. I'm like, don't you believe in God? And I thought you understood that God originated the whole marriage arrangement. It's weird, but I ain't gonna get too deep. I just want to say we gonna let it rock out probably to the end because we've been doing a lot of interrupting, but it's a new version. We connect
save our
again.
Final thoughts.
We're gonna save it for the final thoughts. Let's get it.
Let's find out why these ladies popped. Give us your name, your age, and your occupation.
I'm Crazia. I'm 37. I'm a flight attendant and a social worker.
Okay.
And why did you pop?
The question for me was just kind of cringy.
The question was cringy?
Yeah, I didn't like how you worded it, and I don't know. So it was kind of a turn off. But I think you're very handsome, though.
But he is your type.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Is she your type?
Yeah, she look nice. Yeah, she's nice.
What makes her your type?
She put it together. She got a little, nice look. She came ready, so she cool.
Okay. Your name, your age, and your occupation.
My name is Remy, and I'm 29, and I'm a behavior analyst. So, what?
Why'd you pop?
Okay.
What are we doing here?
Honestly, I didn't like the question either. I think it could have been worded differently. Like you said, what makes you you, or what makes you unique? I think it could have just been worded differently.
Yeah,
I got you. I respect that.
Yes,
now, is he your type other than that?
Not necessarily. I mean, you are handsome, but not necessarily, no.
Is she your type?
Yeah, she cool. I mean, if I see her out, I'll say something to her.
Okay. Your name, your age, and your occupation.
I'll say something.
Shakura, I'm 32 and I'm a personal banker.
And why did you pop?
I just didn't like the question. I feel like you going down the line, you could have been more detailed about it and saying like what you really were looking for. It was like a cliche question. Like everybody says, like, what do you bring to the table? Like that's just like,
Yeah. I mean, I respect it. I mean, you here, so I need to know. I want to kind of fast forward and kind of know, exactly what you bring. So I respect it.
Yeah.
Okay. Is she your type?
She cool. I see her. I say something to her.
Is he your type?
He's handsome. If we were out, I wouldn't say anything to him. I'm a little shy, but he's cool. He's nice looking.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Oh, real quick. You understand what I meant by the other side? His question.
Right.
It's the red pill energy. Like, what do you bring to the table? Like,
they just confirmed it.
Yeah, that's literally it for anyone who was, trying to figure out what I meant.
They didn't even touch on his looks. They were like, the question.
It was just the question.
The way you asked.
Yeah.
So, that's what we try to speak on. You could always find out what you want to find out. without being offensive.
Yep.
And most of the time, you'll find out a lot more because you're going to show respect as you continue to converse. But when you come in there like, yo, what you got to offer me? And yeah, it just shuts love.
Okay, you do have some unpopped balloons. I'm going to let the ladies ask you a question.
For sure.
Okay. What's your question?
Where do you see yourself in, I'm not going to say 5 years, where do you see yourself in 4 years?
Okay, 4 years where I see myself. I got a good battle rhythm right now. So, what I'm doing right now, the progression is good. So I definitely see myself, of course, more financially stable. I'm doing good right now. I'm a family guy, so I love the family. I'm from Louisiana, so I love taking care of my family, my aunties, my mom. And, I just, for everybody to be happy. So, ownership, closing deals, that type of stuff I love to do. I'm big in athletics, so I love to see the young generation, all the young athletes come up in the game and, kind of see them flourish. So in the next 4 years, I see myself kind of being more that mentor like I am right now and just kind of continue guiding the next generation.
Okay.
Your question.
Why did she have that reaction though? She must have shifted it, drifted a few, like 2-3 minutes ago. She came back like, oh, okay. She wasn't impressed, it sounded like.
Do you have any kids?
Yeah, I got kids.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
That's a deal breaker.
Yeah.
Do you have any kids?
No, I don't have no kids.
You'll be all right. That's fine.
Okay. Your question.
What's your relationship like with God?
Man, I love God. I fear Him too. So it's Lent season. Of course, I'm fasting right now. So I look at that. That's important to me. It's very important to me. That's my roots. That's where I come from. And I'm going to stick by that. I done been in situations that He done brought me through, and I'm not afraid to say that. So it's strong with me. I definitely can tell you that.
I know you said you have kids, but how many?
I got 4 kids.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have any kids?
No.
Okay.
And 4 is a lot.
Your name, your age, and your occupation?
I'm Knowledge. I'm a licensed cosmetologist. What was the other question? 42?
Yeah.
I don't like telling my age. What are some of your character traits?
Man, to be honest, what's my character traits? I'm loyal, for sure. Dedicated, hardworking. That's some things that people know about me. And it's stuff like that kind of stick with me. People know about, they come to Bailey, they know Bailey gonna get it done. They can stand, they can trust him. He's trustworthy. And that's always been who I am all my life. So
all right.
I'm the guy that you can come and you need some things done, he gonna get it done.
Dependable.
How many different baby mothers do you have?
Whoa.
Wow.
He has a calculator?
2.
Have you ever been married?
Almost. I'm ex-military too. So I was in the military for 4 years, second lieutenant. So things didn't work out, so.
Are you Muslim?
No, I'm not Muslim.
Okay.
I need to be Muslim.
No, I heard you say something about Lent or.
Yeah. So I practiced it. I'm not, back home. If you know anything about Louisiana, we're big on the Catholic religion. I'm not Catholic, but I practice a lot of the things that they do. So it's everybody look at Mardi Gras as a big celebration, a big party, but at the same time, we're giving up something to get better. So once Mardi Gras is over with, Fat Tuesday and all that good stuff over with, it's Lent season. So we're giving up something to get better. So I'm all about that. You got to give something up to get better, sacrifice something. What you willing to sacrifice? So that's the reason why I kind of asked the question in the middle, early on, like what you willing to sacrifice, what you compromise, what you willing to give up to get to that next level. I don't want to be stagnant. I'm all about getting better every single day. That's me.
Same here, but I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. I'm just now kind of finding out more about Louisiana and hearing more about it since I've been here.
Okay.
Yeah.
You need to go there. It's a great place.
And your question?
What is your idea of gender roles, and do you consider yourself to be a provider, or what type of man are you in a household?
Definitely a provider. Like me, to be honest with you, I'm not big. I know a lot of women be big on the 50-50 and things like that. Do your job. Do what you do as a wife.
What you mean, do your job?
Do what you do as a wife. Make a house.
And what does that look like to you?
Make a house a home.
And what does that look like to you?
taking care of the family, making sure the house good. You ain't got to worry about, like, I'm okay with the bills. You can take care of the little light bills and stuff like that, but the big bills, I got that.
Light bills.
That's whatever you want to do.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If you see, like, hey, I want to help him out a little bit, that's fine, but, you know, I'm not big on the 50-50 stuff, because if that's the case, I wouldn't be in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if I got to go 50-50 with you, I'm not ready. That's that's me personally. You know what I mean? So in the past, I never done 50-50 with a woman. You know, I always feel like, me personally, I want to be the guy to be that provider. That's who I am.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Good gosh, Juju. You know what's crazy?
What's that?
In the past, right?
Yeah.
When I first started hearing about this 50-50,
50-50.
I never thought it was literal. But now I'm hearing people
split
speak.
everything
right.
down the middle.
I thought it was just like, you know, they just speaking in you know, like as a reference, or I don't know. I just thought it was a figure of speech or something. But it seems like people are very literal with this split in bills and this and that. And the reason why that's shocking is when you have a really good dynamic in your relationship, that thing becomes so like it just happens. You know what I mean? Like
it just happens.
It just happens. Look, there are people.
Like, all right, hon, you know.
I'm gonna put my parents on blast just for a moment.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know who they are, but they still together. You know, that's one. They still together, right? Well over 50 years, I think, or almost 50 years. But either way, here's something that happened. My dad at one point had it where my mom never had to work. Then something happened where she stepped up. And she was the only one working for a while. And now, you know, maybe 3 to 6 months or whatever. Yeah. As a result, he was able to go back to school and get like something in radiology. Then he started working. She started working part-time. As a result, she was able to get a advanced degree. She has like a PhD in psychology. Right. So I never stood a chance trying to lie to my mother ever. Anyway, so she now, you know, went into a whole new field in, you know, academics. And the point I'm making, I never grew up with this whole, hold on, you do this and I do that 50-50. It was just, I saw that love. It's fluid. It will come as it's needed. It will be increased as it's needed. It can be cooled off if it's not. That's how I always viewed it. But people are so literal. That's why when she was like, where, you know, how does that look like? How does that look like? And we're in the kitchen, woman cooking. I'm like, wait, really? Yeah. That's what it's come down to. People really want like a checklist. Am I being a good wife? No. Okay, check. You being a 90% wife. Wow.
It is. It's very, very interesting.
Very transactional.
Yeah.
Very. It's you know,
that's the vibe that you
itemized. It feels like you're doing taxes when you talk about love today.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I know some people may say, "Oh, well, times are tough," and it is tough, right?
Right. The love should get tougher. How about that?
Well, there you go.
Yeah, if times get tough, love should get tougher.
You should really be trying to learn about your significant other. Right. Well, prior to marriage, to see if they're able to really ride or die. You know, so to speak. Who could
Which is why you should pick up on those little attributes ahead of time. Yeah. You don't go into marriage with like, I hope it works out. You should kind of know it will because you're building even before.
Right.
Listen, all right, man. Let's let it run out. We just wanted to stop because it just feels weird listening to people talk about love when we know. Business. Yeah, they talking about money and business. That's it. Yeah. All right, man. Here we go.
Oh, you need that?
That's hers. Yeah, that's her balloon.
You want to keep it? Okay.
Oh, wait, what happened?
No, balloon.
Oh, okay. We
they turn up on this one, yo. They said we ain't got time to edit. Oh,
yeah, like what happened?
Let's go find out why she popped.
Why you pop your balloon?
Because you didn't go and get it for me.
Because I didn't get that balloon for you? Okay, I want to see how bad you wanted that balloon. That's the reason why I didn't get it for
Not
you.
that bad, because you didn't get it for me.
I respect that. I respect that, love. For sure. I can give you another one. You want to get another one?
Yeah.
You sitting on that? You see how you do me, though?
Wait, what'd you say?
So you run a strict program, too, huh?
If you go and get it, yes, I will take another balloon.
Go get you one.
No,
let's bring up a balloon.
If you go get it,
I gotta go get the balloon? Oh, I'm good, love. I'm fine. Look, that ship done left the dock.
Okay, let's find out why they popped. Why'd you pop?
He's too short.
Oh, we going.
She smacked her lips like, he ain't too short.
He's too short for me.
He's too short for you.
Like if I wear heels, I'm gonna be taller than him.
What you got on now?
Wow.
But I normally wear heels, so
For
if I
sure.
wear heels,
You an
I'll be
athlete?
taller than you. No.
Okay.
Okay. And why did you pop?
Chivalry is not dead, and I'm a traditional woman.
You said shiver?
Yeah, chivalry is not dead. When she said go get the balloon, you should have got the first one. That dropped on the floor. She asked you to go get the balloon. You was on some egotistical
I
type
mean,
of
that's
stuff.
just not. That's just, it is what it is.
It's not you. Go ahead, finish your statement.
I can't even lie. That ain't me, love.
It ain't you.
It ain't me.
But she just said you wanted her to have the balloon, but you didn't want to go get it for her.
Yeah.
That negated everything you just said in the last statement.
Yeah.
No,
It did.
I mean, at the end of the
You
day,
just spoke about all of that chivalry and a man's supposed to do this and that, but a man can't even walk over and get a balloon.
Yeah.
Make it make sense.
You got it.
Yeah.
Emotional damage.
Oh, she took it there.
No, it was the.
I'm standing out of this one. I'm standing out of this one.
But you did see what unfolded, right? The balloon dropped. The host is like, okay, maybe she's thinking like, oh, someone's gonna grab it up, one of the girls, but it just kept bopping along.
Right.
He sees it and he's like, oh, do you want the balloon? And the woman says yes. And he just kept walking. He let the host get it. Even the host.
No, you're right. I ain't
I'm telling you, I already knew in the beginning it was gonna go south.
Yeah.
Like,
you know
let's
what?
just let it rock.
Yeah, because they're about to wrap him up.
Yeah.
He's ready to wrap.
Fumbled.
Okay.
Oh, y'all a little feisty.
Okay. All right. Unfortunately, all the balloons have been popped. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gents. That was it. Y'all all made it to the end of this part of the video. Thank you so much. Like the video. Helps out a lot and we definitely appreciate it. Subscribe in case you haven't already.
That's right.
Hit the bell, all notifications. You won't miss a video like this. Drop your comments below. Let us know what you thought about the show. But now it's time for the final. Thoughts.
What do you think about Bailey at this point?
Oh my gosh. Yo,
What do you think?
I was rooting for him though.
You were?
I was. He's
I
clean
can
cut.
sense that.
He had like a good vibe to him.
Yeah.
But it was a few little okie doke. I'm gonna call it okie doke. When you start playing around and he had like 2 or 3. I think he had 2 other balloons, right?
Yeah.
And then the woman that dropped the balloon, he was telling her, you can go get it. But then he spent so much time emphasizing that while the other 2 were holding. So they were confused, like, wait, how much does he really want her for him to be doing? You know what, pop.
And he's literally sending her on a mission to get it if she really wants him. Like, if you really, that part too. If you really want me, go get it. And he's like, she's like, wait, what?
He was playing. Yeah, that's what I mean. It was an okie doke. He wasn't too serious.
No.
And he probably really didn't want her like that. I'll say that. Because if he did, he probably would have been like, look, you know what? Yeah, let me go get the balloon.
Yeah.
The other woman can pop because that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I just.
So what's your thoughts, Juju? What's
I
your thoughts?
knew from the beginning that question, things were going to go south.
It was going to go downhill from there.
Because just with this dating climate, the way he asked that question right off the rip, it just gave me reddishness.
Yeah, and I think women are sensing that too.
A lot of,
which is why they become defensive. Which is why I talk against that energy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't talk against people's feelings. It's just you gotta know how to manage your feelings. Don't turn into a bitter, angry person and still be looking for love. It's not gonna work out.
That part. And if he is not subscribed to the red pill army, then the mindset that he has is business, and love is not business.
Right,
love,
right.
Yeah, that's
marriage is. I understand when people say marriage is a business in the sense of you have to have your business in order when you're married, but it's so offensive to the institution of marriage, to the arrangement of marriage, when they try to make it like synonymous, like marriage is a business. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. No, it is not.
Yes, you can run a business, with your significant other.
Right.
Absolutely.
Marriage itself, you kidding me?
But that does not define our union.
There we go.
It does love defines it. Love defines it.
So it's disgusting. And those that do say and
Real
embrace
love.
that, no wonder you may have some of the issues you have, because you've kind of rearranged the original arrangement of what marriage and love is supposed to be. So listen, I pray that all of these people do find love, but more importantly, they first know what love is, so they can clearly identify when and if they see it.
From the gate, yeah.
That's all, man. So thank you guys for making it to this point of the video. Love Mountain. Drop that in the comments. That's going to be your VIP because this is the first video we did for Love Mountain Edition.
I actually really enjoy this
this
lineup.
Was good. It was surprising. And not, we ain't going to lie, this is the first time we even seen it.
Yeah.
So we didn't know.
First time, yeah.
Let us know if y'all like this version, what other versions that are out there. And if you happen to be a Pop the Balloon or Find Love show host, listen,
what you got? I know you got
I got some advice, man. And this is not to put anyone in competition. I'm just putting it out there. It's content creators, etc.
Yeah.
One of the biggest things anybody can do, stay away from vulgar language.
Right.
I'm talking about the SEO, the CPMs, everything is impacted significantly.
It is.
And, everyone always says, our Let version is the best. Or you want to know why? They really made a push to keep it clean.
For the most part.
Right.
Yeah.
So don't allow raunchiness like that because, it takes away from love, which is the purpose of the show.
Right.
It also hurts the algorithm. It hurts your search visibility and, all of that.
Right.
So I'm just putting it out there, man. That's it. Just keep it as clean as possible, mature and clean. And you for sure will see growth. Until then, though, be back for more. We will have that for sure. Your boy Gamma signing out with the lovely
Juju. Peace.